Wow, what a shocking performance from Everton yesterday. You have to give credit to Tottenham the way they played yesterday. Harry Kane definitely was on point, scoring two phenomenal goals. Tottenham winning 5-0 against Everton. We need to talk about what this means for Everton future if they're going to stay up or get relegated this season in the Premier League. Roll the intro. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Mike, huge fan of the Premier League, which happens to be the best league in Europe. If you agree with that, make sure to hit the like button. I greatly appreciate that. Let's shoot for 50 likes in this video. Now, today's topic is on Everton and how poorly they've been doing as of lately. Now, they've been struggling all season, if you did not know that. Rafa Benitez, as their manager at the beginning of the season, just was taking this team completely down. There was no doubt about it. They had to let this guy go, which is why Frank Lampard came in to help rejuvenate this club. And I would say at the beginning, he did do that, but as of lately, Everton really have been struggling, and it just even showed yesterday against Tottenham. Losing 5-0 to Tottenham might be a massive blow for this club because that might just take all the confidence and just suck it out of the room, because when you lose to Tottenham like that, it just is difficult to go into your next match having the confidence to maybe win those games. And Everton really have a difficult fixtures for the rest of the season. Now, they are currently sitting out of relegation. Yes, I mean, they technically have played more games than Burnley, but Burnley still have to win those games. But the fact that they're sitting 1 point above Burnley is just a massive, massive issue for this club that is such a big club such as Everton. Now, looking at the table, Norwich and Watford, I'm pretty sure those two clubs are going down. Definitely. It really is going to be that last position, which I think right now is going to be between Burnley, Everton, Brentford, and probably Leeds United. You could maybe throw Newcastle in there, but I think Newcastle finally found their feet and are looking good and pretty much clear out of the way from the relegation zone. So really that leaves about a few clubs, about 4 clubs right now. And we'll maybe talk about Leeds as well because they've just been terrible as well as of lately. But like I said, today's video is only on Everton. And I think one of the big problems is that they have some big injuries. Now, most clubs do have some injuries. The way the season's been going, there's been so many matches. It's not too shocking that a player will pick up an injury. But I think for Everton, they're missing 2 big players. They just got DCL back, which I think that's going to be a big plus for them. But in their defense, that is where they're really struggling. As we saw yesterday, giving up 5 goals to Tottenham. But if Mina, when he gets back, I think that will really help this club because they are missing that big player in the back to really hold the line, command the back line, and make sure they're holding their line and not moving all over the place. Because as you saw in that Tottenham game, they were just pretty much all scattered throughout, which is why that led to Tottenham's goal for Harry Kane. He was able to run right down the middle. I think if maybe Mina's there, he tells everyone to step up. Therefore, Harry Kane's offside and doesn't lead that goal. And therefore, they still have a chance to get in that game. But once Harry Kane scores that goal, the game was pretty much over. And you could just see everyone's confidence just completely just dropped after that for Everton. And after that, it was just an onslaught from Tottenham. They probably could have scored a lot more goals. Maybe unfortunate they did not. I think Eric Dyer had a good chance. Harry Kane had a few more chances, so did Son. But still, 5 goals is a big win for any club, especially over Everton. Now, the other injury that they are missing, I think right now, is Godfrey. I think he does add a little more depth to that outside, which I think is another issue for Everton right now because they don't really have that pressure to move the ball on the outside, and therefore it gives the other team to really counterattack on the wings, which again, we saw that with Tottenham, and we're going to see that with a lot of other clubs moving forward against Everton. Now, why I think Everton are really going to have a hard time, though, is because of the games they still have left in this season. Now, looking at their fixtures, it is going to be a difficult one because I mean, most of the teams that they're playing are already above them, and they maybe play 2, I think, teams that are below them, but still, let's look at this right now. They have to play Wolves, which, as we know, Wolves is a very defensive team. Yes, they don't score a lot of goals, which maybe gives the opportunity to Everton to win that game, but still, I think Wolves is going to be able to beat Everton fairly easy in that match. Then they go and play Newcastle, and like I talked about, Newcastle have found their feet. I think all the players that they bought during the window, this past window, really been playing very well, and I don't see them beating Newcastle. I think Newcastle, like I said, are head and shoulders above Everton now with all the players they brought in. So then we move on to Watford. That game's postponed right now, so I'm not too sure exactly when that game will be played, but still, Watford is a game they have to win. That is a must win for Everton. If they do not win that one, at that point, they're definitely getting relegated because they need to make a little bit of a difference or a distance between the relegation teams. So have to win that one. Then they go on to play West Ham. Now, I don't have to say much about West Ham. Yes, they were doing very, very well at the beginning of this season, but they've definitely, as of lately, have fallen off the cliff for the most part. But still, they are a way better team, and they should be able to beat Everton. Then they play Manchester United. Same thing, Manchester United, better club. Then they go and play Crystal Palace. They could maybe get some points off Crystal Palace. Then Liverpool, which that's going to happen. Then Chelsea. Then Leicester. Brentford, which again is another team that they should beat, and that could be a huge game for them. And then they play Arsenal for their last game. So out of that, they play some top clubs, and I don't really see them winning too many games. Maybe 3 games out of that, maybe 4, which gives them a total of 12 points of a lot of points that are going to be dropping. And because of that, the most points I see them getting at the end of this season with 12 points will be 34 points. 34 points is not a whole lot, and that typically will get a team relegated. But like I said, Leeds United and Brentford also have been struggling, same with Burnley, and that might still be enough points from this season because I don't see Norwich or Watford scoring many more points or getting a lot of wins the rest of the season. So therefore, they don't have to worry about any other position besides that last one. And boy, does Frank Lampard have his work cut out for him because, like I said, the confidence right now is at an absolute low. They definitely need to rally around and get some of these players back to where they need to go. And Frank Lampard needs to figure this out sooner than later. If not, Everton have a good chance of going down this season. I hope they don't. I love the manager. I loved him as a player. Loved him at Chelsea. Things haven't been working out for him too well, which we knew going into this for Everton that it was going to be a very, very difficult task for Frank Lampard. But still, I think he's the right guy. I think he can still steer the ship in the right direction. I think it's going to come down to probably those last couple of games. But boy, oh boy, it's going to be close for Everton. So I want you to comment down below what you think is going to happen to Everton this season. If you think they're going to stay up, they're going to go down, what Frank Lampard should do different, what could maybe make this team a little bit better. I want to know what you guys think. So that is all I have for you today. And if you haven't, make sure to like the video and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that, and I will see you next time.